Welcome to today's class. I'm really happy to have you with me today. What we'll be working on today is mobility. I don't know, for me on the weekend, I always end up doing more activities. I'm a little bit more free. So Mondays, it's essential for me to do a lot of mobility. So we're gonna work on different types of mobility. So let's say, obviously you're not warmed up, your body's all stiff. How do I start? Well, I would start with basic movements. So here is static basic movements. Where I try to keep my shoulder blades back, my abs at their place, and I exhale, allowing my back to round, and inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Allowing myself to relax. I embrace and accept my day. Taking my relaxation out of the closet. Two more. And last one. All right, another thing I like to do is inhaling my arm back, up, and down. And then my other side. Inhale, and back. I'm just trying to look back, right? The head and the arm, attempt to look back, and this feels really good. This is good. And one more each side. Let's go for it. That's the best one yet. Best range. And I'm not forcing it, right? I'm staying with my body, and that felt good. That, I loved it. All right, next thing that we're going to be practicing is stuff that we could do with the lower back. Yeah, I know it's not warmed up. So we're going to start with something light. Stretching out my leg and bring it up. Stretch out the leg, up. But notice when it's up, it's more like I squeeze my butt. I have a good control of my glutes. I stretch my leg and I squeeze. All right? As if I'm going to kick. So my foot stays on the floor and then I squeeze my glutes. Stretch out, squeeze. Okay? Next level of this, quite simple. I'm just gonna squeeze and open. So squeeze and open. I could see my toes. Same thing with the leg. Squeeze my glutes and open my hips. When I do this, watch, the same side leg, I'm barely on my fingers. I'm on the tip of my fingers and back down. So see this, it's good because I'm not exaggerating any contraction that's happening in my lower body, thus hurting my back. See? I'm just stabilizing my core and glute activation. Do you have to see your toes? No, I didn't see my toes this time. But if I want to, I can. Okay? It all depends on how it goes in terms of the comfort in your neck. Because that's the next thing that we're going to practice doing with the neck. Okay? So let's say I'm seated in a comfortable position, whichever one. I could even be cross-legged. I just need to have my hand that goes on the floor. So let's go with the cross-leg version. Let's say I'm here. That's all I can do in terms of mobility. I'm just going to practice turning my head completely to the side and coming to the floor, allowing my body to get a good stretch. It's like a very different push-up. See? I'm allowing, as if I was getting punched, allowing me to turn my body, and I come down. And I feel this in my entire spine, in the good way. As if I was getting punched, and I just allow my neck and my body to move, and back down. It's helping me to reach out. And we're going to do two more of these. Really just getting the body to twist completely. And in real life, this is how you'd avoid getting injured. Something's coming your way. Oh my goodness, you go with it. But where you go doesn't bend you out of shape. And that's going to be a new theme that we're really going to keep touching, is the not getting bent out of shape. I'm bending myself into shape. You know, how can you get bent in your daily life, and how can you go with it so it doesn't break you, okay? So next thing we're gonna do is, from a standing position now, just practicing to, once again, have the same principle of turn in, see where my body turns, and then come down. Coming back up, which is a beautiful thing I like to do. Pushing, and seeing where your body rotates. My arm always ends up on the outside of my leg. And this other arm, it could comfortably come here. So I'm getting like a all-in-one stretch. Then when I come up, I'm coiling back up. The next one, fully turning. And I see this as the ultimate, like when you're like, thank you. Maybe that's what those people practice to do this show when they're before their presentation, right? When they accept the flowers at the end of a show. So fully turning, see? You can't even go from the top. See my in-foot here turns in and down. But I like having my head keep turning. Why? Because it's the whole point, the whole neck mobility. Where's the maximum range of my neck mobility? Arms and forward. So it feels weird because your neck is looking all the way back. Let's do it from a seated position to see the same thing from a different angle. And this, my back is very happy about this. So here I'm sitting. I'm gonna have one leg down. So if this leg's down, I know my elbow goes across a bent leg. See, like when I'm standing. So I could put this hand here just in case, arm above, and I look back. And I breathe. And then same thing, see, everything comes across. I change legs, and never see this as boring movements you've done before. You're daring to see the limit of your range and going completely across. And it's good for me because I actually have to check where my cat is. Bye! I have to check where my cat is, so this is very good for me. And if you could do this when you drive and you have to look into your blind spot, your neck doesn't hurt from doing that. So last one on this side. And it's developing this ease, right? To bend your body into shape. And look at this. I could bridge up and turn into my plank with my arm staying lightly bent. See, look, I have to put back my hand over the other one to come down. And we're gonna practice this on the other side too. So from my comfortable position here, bring my hand back. Make sure your elbow is not hyperextended. It's like a light bend in your elbows. And you just bridge up and turn around. So obviously when I go down, I have to do something. I have to take my right hand and put it a little bit over my left so I could substitute them and come back down. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more in total. So hand back, bridging up. And I have to do this very carefully so that I don't hurt my back as I'm doing this. Oh no, Alex, my cat's trying to venture in the street. Up and then turn. And this is delicate for me because I've hurt my elbow in the past by having it hyperextend with a lot of weights over and over and over and over. And then I had to become mindful to make sure it doesn't happen in the future. So it was no special secret technique. It was just my awareness that hadn't developed to be able to feel micro stressors on my body, okay? Those will hurt you. All right, I like this next one we're gonna do here. And it's the principle of getting up, okay? So right leg open, see? Left open, bridge, come up, okay? And I'm gonna come back down. Then the left, then see, the right, then my posture. Then the legs, never legs first, posture first, right? That's how you lift big weights from the floor, okay? So I'm gonna come back down. Just one more on each side, okay? So right leg, left leg, my posture first, and then I stand up. And then left leg, right leg, adjust your posture. See where my elbows were? They were in front, not on top of my legs, and then I could come up, okay? Beautiful thing to do. Next, let's practice the range of me having to go and reach the floor. and back up. So this could be dangerous for some people. So I just suggest you to get on one foot, back down. And you have to have that core that stays tight as one piece. See, as if I'm going to the floor. This has to stay tight. And I inhale. Good. So this is a different type of mobility. When I have to go reach and grab something on the floor, I will usually always use my right leg when I do it, like what I'm doing now. And I have to be aware of that throughout my day and try to do it with my left leg as well. Like when you're going up the stairs, you're always using the same side. Then you have weird pains in your body that are always on the same side. So here's another variation of it. When I go pick up something on the floor, my left leg stays lightly bent and I'm going to reach it. See, this is stuff that you're using in your day already. Oh, I gotta go pick up something. Right leg stays a little bit bent. My core, I'm trying to keep it as one piece and to go grab. Okay? Left leg, bam, plants itself. Trying to keep my body as one piece as I go grab. Same thing with my right. Right stays bent, straight, stable core to go grab. And you see, does one of them rub you the wrong way? See, I'm trying to keep this gentleman thing. All right, I could have even had my arm back here. Let's try doing 3 more like that with the arm back there. See? Like as if I was going to extend my hand to someone and they fell. Help them back up. You look like you need a hand. Oh, sorry, I didn't come in time, right? And it's keeping that leg away from being hyperextended is what really matters here. Let's just a bonus one. Come on, let's do a bonus one. So I come up here, from here, and changing. Keeping my body as one piece, see? And being able to come up. That is tough, people. If you can't do movements like this, no wonder we get so easily bent out of shape and we're always injured with our backs, okay? So another thing we're gonna do here is kind of like a Spider-Man stretch. It's reaching out and bringing both of our hands down and back to you and slide back the leg. So I did reach out, right? Like as if I was going to a warrior two. But then you fix your posture to bring one hand outside of each leg, as if you're gonna carry a box. Then you're like, yes, and come back up. Here and here, keeping your back as straight as possible. Here and here, and fix that posture. We're gonna go for 2 more. I kind of really like this. Same thing. You want to help someone that fell on the floor, and they're like, okay, I'll at least take your jacket. Because my doctor told me not to lift weights that are heavier than 15 pounds off the floor, let's say, right? Reach out, right? Posture, changing the angle of the posture, reaching a little bit more forward, and pulling back. Okay? Good. How was that? Did you feel weird stuff in your knees? Well, I was all right this time. But I'm happy I got to move my body that way. So last things we're going to do for today is just playing with the range of the arms. So this is another thing that you can do. We're playing with bring the arm back, right? And bring the arm back. And then just relax both arms. Okay? This is really good because I like being able to get my whole body involved into relaxing. Just having my legs static is not good enough for me. I want to get as much blood flowing as possible. And I breathe. And I'm fixing my mind. There's a poise I want to have, you know, for the work I'm going to be having to do today. All right? So I have to be doing a type of work today, right? But then I want to find a mindset where it's like, okay, I get to do this. So I'm like getting the frequency that I want. And I don't know about you, but for me, I got to move my body, right? It just activates like this warriorness of like, all right, bring it on, right? So it's feeling good in action. This is what this exercise is about. I'm in action and I'm feeling good. Okay, good. Last but not least for today, just overall mobility. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to try to come down in a squat as if I was holding a big ball, and I'm going to try to see how low I could go and can I touch the floor. And you're going to notice we come back a lot to this movement. I just feel overall it's so good for the back and for the hips and for the legs. It just gets your whole core involved, right? And your arms support you, so like everything's involved. If I wanted to bring it to the next level, I bring my hands a little bit forward and I go into a plank, right? And I could allow to stretch myself a bit with my abs in contraction, bring them back, and then bring my legs back to the side, my arms stuck to my body, and I come back up with this ball. Then I release it, stretch my upper torso, eyes closed, and then recreate this ball and come down with it as if I'm assisting it to the floor, like I'm holding someone's head till it reaches the floor. Ah, perfect, right? And then I move back into my plank one last time. I could go on the top of my feet if I want, and I just want to relax my back, although I feel my upper back muscles real strong. So there's a balance. I have a serenity in my mind, but my back muscles have to work to sustain my body. I'm at peace with it. And then I bring back one leg outside of each hand. I bring my hands close to my body, up, and I release that ball back into the atmosphere. And I breathe. And I accept the day that's coming for me. No, I'm coming for the day. All right, everyone, thank you for joining me today, just to get a little bit of mobility into the body. It's not that complicated. I just want you to understand the language of listening to your body and handling your body in a way that bends you into shape for what's relevant in your day, where you can notice in your day, it's like, hey, there's something different. I got this together, like, but more than usual. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Bye.